Yo, what's up? StereoDragonGravity here with another deck profile from Locals from one of my good friends, and it is featuring Nova Grappler. Go ahead.
This is the Asura Kaiser build, so I'll start with my starter and then go down from strides and down. So for this build I play the right chain because writing can be really hard because this deck's early game is the trashiest thing I've ever played. Anything that's 9k will destroy you, and you'll have no cards in hand, and you won't have your samurais to abuse and destroy your opponent. So I play this for when I have my Grade 2 Vanguard. It'll be 10k, and it saves me a ton of guard, and it really helps against decks like Force with Tidal Assault, which that's not a fair card.
Yeah, especially with all these newer cards that require generation break, so they don't usually get their power early in the game.
Yeah.
So it can be really useful.
So next on the strides, I play for the Asura Stride. Its ability is once per turn. Choose a grade 3 card from your drop zone, put it on the top of your deck. Shuffle your deck until the end of the turn. This unit gets auto Vanguard. When this unit checks reveals a grade 3 card, if you have a heart card with Asura Kaiser in its name, choose the 4 rear guards and stand them. So, striding fuels its own effect, so if you have a grade 3 Vanguard and you stride with grade 3, you're already there. So, its effect is always going to be active. And its effect is very strong for what it takes. You don't have to counterblast for the stand. All you have to do is check the 3, which in a triple drive, and you're putting it back to the resource, you're usually going to hit it. And I rarely find myself whiffing with it. But it's a great card and applies lots of pressure. And sometimes you win by the first or second one, depending on drive checks. Next I play Meteokaiser Victoplasma. Its skill is counterblast 2, choose a face-down card named Victoplasma from your G-Zone, turn it face up. If the number of face-up cards in your G-Zone is 2 or more, until end of turn this unit gets -1 drive and choose 2 cards from your hand and discard them. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked a Vanguard, pay the cost you do, stay in this unit. This ability cannot be used for the rest of the turn. I like to use this card as a finisher. Usually when you get them, you're usually winning, depending on the situation. Like if you're running 10 cards in hand, you're probably not going to win. But it's good for like if they have 4 cards and a lot of your good rear guards have been killed off. It's just a good way to try to finish your opponent off. Next I play 1 Blizza, 1 Atmos. Atmos is for I don't have a good striding. And Blizza is for if I either don't have any counterblast for to stride into him, or I've used him and I want a finisher. Blizza is usually the best way to go.
Blizza's always good.
Oh yeah. Now into grade 3s, I play 4 of the original Asura Kaiser. I mainly played for the name and because I can cross ride and I need it for the stride. But its effect, just for reference, if you check a grade 3, stand a unit, and if you don't have another Nova Grappler unit on the Vanguard or rear guard, he gains -2k. So that is something to remember and could end up backfiring. Next I play for the cross ride, Immortal. Immortal has the cross ride ability of having it in soul. And he has the ability, when it checks the 3, counterblast 2, choose 2 cards from your hand. This is at the end of the battle. Discard 2, restand it, and choose one of your other units and restand it. And it gains +10. You would actually be surprised on how often this wins me games. If you don't hit a 3 on one of your strides and you whiff, usually you can go into him, and if you check a 3, it's usually hurting your opponent pretty bad. I've just kind of learned over the years, any type of restanding Vanguards are good. And I play 10 grade 3, so my other 2 is 2 Mond Blaukluger. I believe he's the best option to go for. I haven't tried out the stride break guy. I did just pick him up today, so I may try that around. The way I like him with is, if you get the opportunity, you can do the back in the old day combo with these 2. Which is, he has the break rate effect of Vanguard gets +10, and your Vanguard has the ability of counterblast 1 whenever it attacks. Stand all your units. So what you do basically is you attack with all your cards, attack with him, restand everything, things will get power, check a 3, restand, attack with rears, attack with Van, restand everything. It's really good way to get off power. He usually never comes up, but he is good for just that 3. That's grade 3s. Now into grade 2s. For grade 2s, I play 4 Daredevil Samurai. This card is the reason why this deck is good. Its ability is whenever a unit is stood, it gains +3, as long as I have an Asura Vanguard. This gets really big, because if you have 2 of these, and you use the stride, it's getting +12 by itself. So, it gets really big for basically nothing, which is why I like it. But it is targeted a lot, and this is why I like running the ride chain, because then I don't have to ride them as often as I would. Next I play 3 Magical Gambler. I like this guy. What his ability is G-Rick 1, whenever he stood, Counter West 1, send the top card of your deck to the drop zone, and it gains power equal to the power of that card. This is for if they ended up getting rid of my samurai, so I don't have a samurai. I can play him down, and he kind of acts as a pseudo samurai. At most he's gaining +11, but at least he's gaining +4. Usually you don't hope for that, but I've come to know that he helps. Next I play Starlight Hedgehog. It has the ability of when it's placed on rear, or Vanguard. The Vanguard really doesn't ever happen. But you choose one of your other units, and it gains the effect of when it be stood, you unflip a damage, and then draw a card. And the ability cannot be used for the rest of the turn. This is a good way to get yourself advantage. I usually do find myself putting it in the back row, but I do like it. It helps create a nice advantage, and it's there. And then I play one of the ride chain. It's effective if it hits you unflip a damage. You're never gonna have that happen, but it's nice. That's it for grade 2s. I play 9 grade 2s. Now on grade 1s. I play 4 of the grade 1 on the ride chain. If you don't know what the ride chain is, it's if you ride the grade 1 on top of grade 0, you search for the 2. So you're basically, if you ride the grade 1, you're like 9 times out of 10 confirmed to get the grade 2 out of the deck. Most of the or if you don't, that's because you already have it in hand. So, nice card. Now I play 4 Bear Down Samurai. He does the exact same thing as the grade 2 Samurai. So basically having columns of these guys along with the Daredevil. With the stride, you're hitting 40k, which, that's a lot. You didn't know.
Yep.
And it's too good not to play. Next I play 4 perfs, because living is good. I don't have 3 more. She is optimal because Immortal can chew up Counter Blast occasionally, but I usually don't have it run into a problem with playing her. Then I play 1 Stride Enabler. The reason why I don't play more is because if I stride to Immortal, War Deity, and I don't have a 3 in the drop zone, it's probably going to be because of this card. So I only like to play 1, but sometimes by perfect guarding or just discarding, you'll end up having 1, so that's what he's there for. That's for the graded 1s. Now on the triggers, I play 12 crit. Personally, I feel this is the only way to play it. This one, when you put it in soul, you unflip a damage. I've never had it come up, but I have it there just in case, because it could be really important. And a little secret, this is my favorite one. And standard 4 heal. I have thought about playing 16 crit, but heals are good. Heals help you live, especially in this deck where hand power is not your strong point.
Yeah, heals are always good.
Oh yeah.
So, pretty impressive deck. What would your rating be for the deck, especially in the G meta, with all these crazy strides flying around?
In the G meta, I would give it maybe a 6 or 7 out of 10. Because the thing this has is it can't do much grade 1 or 2 turn, but as soon as you stride, you're hitting hard. And when you hit hard, you're hitting hard. Well, that is most of the time most optimal. But it usually helps to get crits. I've seen people get mad whenever I check 2 crits in a grade 3. That's how Vanguard works.
Yep.
That's basically the deck is. The point is to get crits in the grade 3s. But I'm really excited to see if Shur gets any more support. I'm very doubtful, but you never know. It would be cool if we got a Legion. I would like that. I'd like to play 12 Asuras.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. Well, thank you for showing us your build. Till next vid, thanks for watching. Peace out.